G'day legends. Just doing some of my nightly research. Most of the time I actually do it through the day, but been very busy the last couple of days. So I haven't actually made a video for probably 3 days now. But I thought I'd just do an update on the market to start with. I'm planning on doing a second video after this one. Not quite sure on what yet. I've got a couple of, I'm thinking of doing another one of the something for dummies. I'm thinking either cryptocurrencies or Ethereum, but I'll work on that. So first of all, I'm just going to look at, well, I'm looking at the market caps. All I'm doing is running you through what I'm looking at right now. I'm actually going to pick you up and turn you around. So this is Crypto Bubbles, the website or an app that I've told you about before. If you watch my videos, I really like this app. Bitcoin is up, doing quite well today. We're up 4.1% for the day, and looking at this chart, it looks like we might want to have a crack at getting over 45,000 in the near future. So we're at 44,792, so nearly 44.8. Ethereum's chart doesn't look quite as good. Looks like we sort of might start to head down a little bit. Solana, which is part of what we're going to talk about, even though they've had their outage, they're up 7% today. Hasn't seemed to have affected them as well as much as I thought it would. If we have a look over here though, there's some big ups. Oh, the Cardano ADA fans, you'll be happy. We're up 10%. That actually might mean I might even take some profits on that one. But we've got DYM up 27, Casper's up 18, BTT up 35. You know, there's a few things that are up in double figures around them, smaller. Anyway, that's the end of the market, but we'll have a look at what I've got. Was it this one? No, it was that one. All right, I'll read it. So there's 3 bits of news outside of just having a look at the market that have happened this week. Most of them were Tuesday, I believe. So there's an AI coin, one of the bigger ones, called Fetch AI, and they've actually had financial difficulties, the company has. It's only one branch of the company, luckily. They've had a $1 million lawsuit in the London courts, and the Fetch AI's UK entity, they were actually put into administration earlier this month, which we didn't know. It was only revealed this week, and it was likely to be able to not be able to pay its debts. So if you're wondering why I'm looking at this, is because I'm actually invested in this coin. It's a very fairly promising coin, but seeing that something's in court and that, I automatically went, oh, I better sell that. And then I thought, hang on, I'm just going to sit on my hands and see if it affects it. And I read the full article, and it wasn't quite as bad as I thought when I read the full thing. Because it was actually bought back. It was bought out, that from what I understand, by another part of, like, the same company or the person who owns it. They owned another company that bought it. But the AI coin that I own is actually not in the UK. It's actually based in Singapore. So the actual coin has been hardly affected at all. It dropped 6 cents, so it was 57 cents. It dropped down to 51, and it's back up to 55 already. So in crypto, that's nothing. It's just normal swings. So it looks like it'll be all right. So if you do hold that, do your own research. Make sure you're happy with it. Go and check some websites, but it looks like it'll be okay. I don't hold a huge bag of it. It's more of one of my moonshot bags, but you still kind of want to keep an eye on it. The other news, the actual bigger news here was Solana on Tuesday went down for the first time in over a year. And they haven't gone down, and they've just had a heap of stuff being released and new dApps and things being go, and they didn't struggle, which was people might have been kind of expecting it, but then it's just gone down afterwards. So Solana experienced their first outage in 12 months. The crypto, it's the world's second biggest DeFi app. So DeFi, mental blank. Sorry, I've had a mental blank. I'm very tired. If you can probably tell by the bags under my eyes. I'll come back to DeFi when I remember. It suffered a significant network outage earlier this week. Decentralized finance. Sorry, normally I do know all these things, but I do get tired. I do work pretty long hours some days. So it's the second biggest decentralized finance network. So if you ever hear me say DeFi, it's decentralized finance. The protocol was inaccessible for nearly 5 hours on Tuesday, leaving over in Australian dollars. So I'll read this one because it's Australian. 2 billion worth of locked crypto hanging in the balance. In case you're wondering why I said AU, normally whenever I read you any of the prices of like Bitcoin and that, it's in US. Because all the apps run it in US, and so if you're talking to someone, you always talk about it in US. Even though I'm from Australia, I don't. I talk in US, and when you buy it, you get a bit of a surprise because you go, "Oh, that coin's cheap," or "Oh, that coin's a good price right now." And you look at your AU chart, and you're like, "Oh, hang on, it's a fair bit dear." But when it comes selling time, you also make that up, which is great. You think you're selling it for 40, Bitcoin at 45,000, and it's actually 60 something or 55 in Australia. So you get that little bonus. It's pretty good. The other one is Monero, privacy token. I don't know how what size that is. I can check in a second for you. Binance is delisting them. It's not the only one, but it's the big one. It's delisting. It's also delisting Argon and Multichain and Vi as of February the 20th. So if you do own those coins, just know that they probably going to drop. In fact, Monero, I checked it before, dropped 30% on the day that this was released, and it's currently for the week down. I think I checked it was 27, so it's made back up 3%, but it's getting delisted from one of the two biggest platforms in the world. So it's going to take a bit of a hit because people are going to panic and sell it. Tuesday, 20-month low after crypto exchange one. So that was a 20-month low for it, that 30. So it also may, if other companies, other platforms aren't delisting it, it may be a good buy price if you do your own research and you want to do that, because that's a 20-month low, it dropping 30%. I can tell you what. Where is Monero? It's the 41st biggest crypto. So there you go. So it is a pretty decent sized coin, but getting delisted like that, it's probably dropped a couple of ranks. Yeah, it's only dropped 2 with that 30. Well, that might be just today. I'll see if I can do week. Monero. It's dropped 16. So what's that make it? It was the 25th. Now it's the 41st. So that's a pretty big drop, and it's dropped 2 more today. So there you go. Anyway, that'll do us for today because we've nearly made 10 minutes. I don't make many 10-minute videos, and I especially didn't expect to make just a market update one. I better put a catchy phrase on the start of this. Anyway, it's evening here, so have a great night. Do something nice for someone the next time you get an opportunity. Crypto Bogan out.